to yoga today. My name is Shane and I will be leading you through your practice this morning. For this practice you will need a block, but a bolster works just fine, or a pillow, rolled up blanket, those all work as well. So please join me in an easy cross-legged position. And rest your hands on your knees. Sit up nice and tall. Start to connect to your breath. Start to connect to the space that you're in. I'd like for you to think about the concept of release. And with each deep breath in, on your exhale, think about releasing something from your body. Release the tension in your shoulders. Release any stressful or anxiety feelings you may be holding in your chest or your stomach. Just let those things drift away. On your next inhale, bring your arms into the air above you. Exhale, bring your right arm to the hand to the mat and lean to the right side. And look up into the air. Keep your left knee reaching for the mat. And be sure that both of your sit bones remain on the ground. Remain connected to your breath. See if you can stretch just a little more. Inhale, come back up to center. Exhale to the other side. Plant your left hand on the mat and lean to the left. Right arm over your ear, look up into the sky. Reach your right knee for the mat. Continue to breathe. See if you can stretch a little further. Come back up into center. Bring your right leg long in front of you and your left foot in towards your thigh. Turn your chest to face your right foot, toes pointed towards the ceiling, and lean towards your foot. Bring your chest towards your knee and reach. Feel a stretch in the back of your right leg. Maybe even a little up your low back. Release your head, allow your head to hang. Walk your hands up your leg and gently push your chest back up into center. Take your left leg and cross it over the right. Use your right arm to hug your left leg into your chest. And start at the base, twist your body towards the left. And twist your head last. Continue to breathe. twist a little more. And slowly come back to center. Uncross your legs and bring both of your legs out wide in front of you, feet pointing towards the ceiling. Sit nice and tall, and bend from your waist, bring your chest towards the ground. You don't have to come all the way down, I certainly can't. You're just waking up your muscles, waking up the inside of your legs. Feel free and allow your head to hang. Take nice, slow, deep breaths. And slowly push your chest back up. And bring your right foot in to meet your left thigh. Turn to face your left foot. Sit up nice and straight. Hinge at your hips and bring your chest towards your knee. Reach for your ankle, your foot, whatever is available for you. And again, allow your head to hang. Walk your hands back towards your body and gently bring your chest back up. And twist on your left side. Cross your right foot over your left leg. Hug your leg into your chest. Use your right arm as stability for your spine and push yourself into a twist. Look over your right shoulder. Twist a little more. And release. Come back to center. Bring your legs out beside you. Come up onto all fours. Press your palms into your mat and untuck your toes. Look over your left shoulder at the same time that you bring your left hip forward. And switch sides, come back to center, look over your right shoulder, bring your right hip forward. Back to center, and to the left side. Add some breath in with your movement. So exhale, look over your shoulder. Inhale to center. Exhale, look over your shoulder. And flow at your own pace. Inhale to center, exhale to the side. Nice gentle movement to wake up your spine. Take one more round and meet in the center. Keep your hips above your knees. Bring your hands out long in front of you. And release your chest to the mat. Keep your hips up in the air. Rest your chin on the ground. Look forward. Puppy pose or heart melting pose. This pose works to release tension from your shoulders. opens your chest. Feel the stretch deepen with your breath. And gently push yourself back up onto all fours. Inhale, bring your right arm into the air above you. Exhale, swoop it under your left arm and bring your right shoulder to the mat. Rest on your shoulder. Feel that nice stretch through the shoulder here. Remember your breath. Inhale your right arm back into the air. Exhale it back down to the mat. Switch sides. Inhale, left arm into the air. Exhale, swoop it through underneath your right arm. Bring your left shoulder to the floor and rest on that shoulder. Inhale your left arm back into the air. Exhale it back down to the mat. Keep your toes untucked. Press into the mat. Inhale, bring your head up to face the sky and your belly towards the mat. Coming to cow. Exhale, arch your spine and point your forehead towards the mat. Come into cat. Inhale, come into cow. Look up towards the sky. Exhale, arch your back. Point your head, come into cat. Flow at your own pace here. Inhale through cow. And exhale through cat. Take one more round. Inhale through cow. Exhale through cat. And meet in a neutral spine. Once you're here, tuck your toes under. Press into the mat and bring your hips up into the air. Come into downward facing dog. First down dog of the practice, so you'll probably feel a little tight. Feel free to switch the bend in your knees and walk out your dog a bit. Find some nice stretch into the back of your legs. See if you can press your hips up into the air just a bit more. And see if you can lower your heels to the mat just a little bit more. Take a deep breath in. And on your exhale, walk your feet forward to meet your hands. And come into a forward fold. Option to take a hold of opposite elbows here, just to add a little bit of extra weight to pull you forward, closer to the ground. Really stretch out your spine. Also feel a bit of stretch in the back of your legs and your hamstrings and calves. Put a slight bend in your knees, engage your core. Release your elbows and slowly bring yourself up to standing. Go vertebrae by vertebrae. Your head comes up last. When you get here, roll your shoulders down your spine. Now let your hands fall to your sides, palms open, facing forward. Take a look at your feet. Press them into the mat and be sure that they are at a shoulder width distance apart. Engage your legs, lift your knees, squeeze your bum, look forward. It's a mountain pose. Inhale, bring your arms into the air above you. Exhale, bend your knees and sit back as if you were about to take a seat in a chair, but someone took the chair away and now you're just stuck here like you're about to sit. Keep your abs strong, pull your stomach in towards your spine. Push your legs into the mat. Shoulders away from your ears, arms are out strong. And straighten your legs a bit and fold forward. Bring your hands to the mat. Come into a forward fold. Remember your breath. Inhale, plant your palms on your shins, look up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Plant your palms on the mat and step back to the top of plank. Bring your heels up over the balls of your feet. Be sure that your shoulders are above your elbows and your elbows are above your wrists. You want your arms to be in one straight line. Bring your shoulders away from your ears. Straighten your spine. And keep your elbows in towards your body and slowly lower yourself down to the mat. When you get here, untuck your toes. Squeeze your bum, and with the strength of your lower back, lift your chest off the mat. Look forward. And come back down. Inhale, engage your legs, squeeze the bum, lift your chest up. Exhale, back down to the mat. And flow with your own breath here. Inhale up, remember your engagement, and exhale back down. Keep your elbows into your sides. If you'd like an added challenge, you can lift your hands off the mat each time you come up. Take a couple more rounds. Inhale up, exhale down. Meet with your chest on the floor. Tuck your toes under. And press your hips up into the air. Come into downward facing dog. Take a couple breaths here. Notice how your body feels now that we've introduced some movement. Inhale, bring your right leg into the air behind you. Exhale, bend your knee and stack your hips. Inhale, straighten your leg. Exhale, bring your knee forward to meet your wrists. And come into pigeon pose. So bring your back knee to the mat. Untuck your back toes. Push into the mat and look up. Invite in a bit of a back bend. Feel a little stretch in the front of your neck, in front of your chest. And come back to center. Feel free to stay at this height, or you can come down onto your elbows, or all the way onto the mat, whichever is comfortable for you. If you do choose to come down, be sure that you stay square on your pelvis and that you're not rolling over to one side. Just nice stretch in your hips here. Try to find something that you can release with your breath. As humans, we tend to hold a lot of our emotions in our hips. A lot of stress, a lot of tension. See if you can find a little bit of release. And gently push yourself back up. Roll over onto your right hip. Bend your back leg and bring your right foot forward. And come into a quad stretch. You can stay here, or you can lower yourself down onto your elbows, or even all the way down onto the mat. Flex your front foot. Keep your leg engaged. And engage your left quad. Push your left knee towards the mat. Feel that extra stretch in through that quad. Take a couple more breaths here. Breathe into the front of your leg. And gently bring yourself back up. Come on to your knees, plant your palms on the mat, and push up into downward facing dog. Notice if there's a difference in your hips. One side stretched and not the other. Inhale, bring your left leg into into the air above you. Exhale, bend your knee, stack your hips. Keep your core strong, bring your belly button in. Inhale, bring your leg back into the air. And exhale, bring your knee forward to meet your wrist. Bring your back knee to the mat. Untuck your toe, come into pigeon pose. Again, stay square on your pelvis. Press your hands into the mat and look forward. Invite in a back bend. Come back to center. And you choose, come down to your elbows or forward onto the mat or stay where you are, whichever is comfortable for you today. Be sure that your back foot is straight and not pointing in or out to the side. And see if you can find something to release on this side of your body. Notice your stretch deepen with each breath. Slowly come back up. Roll onto your left hip. Bring your left leg out long in front of you and bend your right leg. Bring it up forward. So you're sitting on your foot kind of. And then come back down into quad stretch. Keep your left leg engaged, foot flexed. Press your right knee into the ground. Gently come back up. Bring your legs out beside you. Come up onto your knees and your hands. Tuck your toes under and come up into downward facing dog. You can stay in your down dog, or there's an option for vinyasa. Vinyasa is plank, chaturanga, up dog, down dog. Take a couple breaths here. Bring your feet to meet your hands and come into forward fold. Inhale, plant your hands on your shins, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, engage your core, bend your knees slightly, and bring your chest up. Bring your hips back, as if you're sitting in a chair. Exhale, keep your body strong. Inhale, come up to standing, arms over your head. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, bring your hands over your head. Exhale, engage your core, swan dive, come down into forward fold. Options here. You can grab your hands behind your legs, or you can step on your feet, the gorilla pose. Again, allow your head to hang. Release your spine. If you've stepped on your feet, or if you've stepped on your hands, just bring them back out from under your feet. Then step back into downward facing dog. Push your hips up into the air. Push your hands into the mat where your fingers meet your hands. And try to bring your heels down a little bit more. Push your chest closer to the mat. Take some breaths here. Now keep your hips up in the air. Keep your hands where they are. And lower your elbows to the mat. Come to rest on your forearms. You can keep your hands on the mat, or you can clasp them in front of you. Come into dolphin pose. Press your heels towards the ground. Bring your belly button in towards your spine. Take a nice deep breath and slowly release your knees to the floor. Unclasp your hands. Bring your forearms to rest on the ground, and then come down onto your stomach. Bring your chest up away from the mat and look forward. Come into Sphinx pose. It's a good pose for contemplation. Notice the compression in your low back. Feel that, how it changes with each inhale. Take a deep breath in, and on your exhale, lower your chest to the mat. Bring your right arm out to the side at shoulder's height, and just gently push yourself over onto your right shoulder. You can keep your legs stacked and flat, or you can bend your left knee and bring it to rest behind your right leg. And just gently push yourself over onto your right shoulder. Stretch it out. Option to keep your left hand where it is, or bring it to rest in the small of your back. Just adds a little bit more to the stretch. If you move your left hand, just place it back on the mat for support and prepare for a shoulder stretch on the other side. So gently roll back over onto your stomach. Bring your left arm out this time and just slowly push yourself onto your left shoulder. Same options, you can keep your legs straight and stacked, or bend your right knee and bring your foot to the ground behind your left leg. Breathe into the stretch in your shoulder. And same option with your hand here. You can leave your right hand on the mat, or you can bring it to rest in the small of your back. And just feel how that adds a little more to the stretch in the left shoulder. If you moved your right hand, just bring it back to the mat and slowly roll over onto your stomach. And then roll over onto your back, however that looks for you. Bend your knees, place your feet on the mat. Bring your left foot to rest on your right knee. Then bring your right leg into the air at a 90 degree angle, toes pointing towards the sky. And then sit up, reach through and grab the back of your right thigh and pull your right knee towards you. Push your left knee away from you. Keep your feet flexed. See if you can pull your right knee a little closer to your body. Engage your core and bring your arms up beside you at shoulders height like a T. And bring your knees over to the right side. You can keep your gaze up into the sky, or you can look over your left shoulder. Just deepen the stretch a little bit more. Engage your core and lift your knees back up. Place your feet back on the mat and switch sides. Bring your right foot to left to rest on your left knee. Bring your left leg into the air at a 90-degree angle, toes pointing towards the sky. And reach through, hug your left thigh towards your chest and push your right knee away from you. Keep your toes flexed, feet flexed. Bring your left leg in just a little bit more. Bring your arms out at shoulders height like a T. Engage your core and bring your knees down onto the left side. Same option for your head. You can look straight up into the air, or you can gaze over your opposite shoulder. Return your head to center. Engage your core and bring your knees back up. Replace your feet onto the ground. Bring your knees into your chest. Hug them in and bring your forehead up to meet your knees. Just move from side to side. Feel that massage in your lower back, your low spine. Release your head back to the mat and your feet back to the mat. Keep your knees bent and keep your heels towards your bum. So this is when you will need your block or your bolster or your pillow, whatever you have for your support object. Bring your arms to the mat beside your bum, palms face down. And press your hips up into the air, come into bridge. Now take your block and place it beneath you at your sacrum, so that kind of triangle shaped part of your, just above your butt crack really. And then release back down onto the block and come into supported bridge pose. And keep your arms out long at your side. You can have your palms face down or face up, whichever is comfortable for you. And option to keep your knees bent or bring them out long in front of you. This increases the stretch in your low back, but it could also be a little bit much for people if they have problems with their low back. So for sure, if this is feeling uncomfortable for you, go ahead and bend your knees again. Just let yourself relax and feel some release here. Feel free to close your eyes. If you chose to straighten your legs, just bend them again. Bring your heel back towards your bum, back towards your block. Bring your arms back beside you, palms face down, and press your feet into the mat. Lift your hips up into the air, and now remove your block. And slowly bring your bum back to the ground, vertebrae by vertebrae. And when you get back down all the way, just move your knees from side to side, windshield wiper your legs. And when you're ready, bring your legs out long in front of you. Arms at your side, palms face up. Push the back of your head into your mat gently. Roll your shoulders down your spine. Release control of your breath and just allow your body to breathe comfortably at its own pace. Allow your face to relax and your eyes to close. Release any tension in your muscles. Release the tension in your forehead, in your jaw. Let the tongue fall from the roof of your mouth. Let your eyes widen. Release any tension in your neck and your shoulders. some awareness back to your body and back to your breath. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, bend your knees, place your feet on the mat, windshield wiper your legs, and come back into your body. When you're ready, just roll over onto your right side into fetal position. Rest your head on your arm. Take some deep breaths. When you're ready, press your left palm into the mat and use it to push yourself up to a seated position. Easy cross-legged. Let your face be relaxed, your shoulders be relaxed. Rest your hands on your knees. And take some nice deep breaths and let them out with a sigh. Inhale and exhale. And again, inhale and exhale. 2 more times. Inhale and exhale. Last time. Inhale really deep and exhale. Bring your hands to heart center. Thank you so much for joining me today and being here for yourself and just practicing yoga. From my heart to yours, namaste. Thank you very much.